Before this, he has never played on an Xbox. He also did win the coin toss, and he wanted to play on the PS4 first. Why do I bring this up? Because if this game goes to extra time and penalties, it will be on Tekktz's Xbox in the second leg. How does this factor into it, and what would you have done if you had the choice to pick first? Do you go with your console or your opponent's first?
I believe that Tuga wants to get off a good start and try to put some pressure on Tekkz, and he's known as a defensive player. So he's thinking maybe if I get on the Xbox, I could still shut you out, or I could hold you down if I'm able to get a 1-2 goal lead on my home console.
Here we go. Tuga in the red of Portugal's national team, and Tekkz wearing the blue of Liverpool. We've normally seen Tekkz in the red. Tekkz has beaten Cafolo, Felipe Megabit, and MS Desari in the knockouts to get to the cross-console final. For Tuga, he has dispatched the stranger, Iago Kai, Paulo Neto, and PS4 #1 ranked Nicholas. This is what it's all about. $50,000 to the winner, $20,000 to the runner-up. Either way, these players have done so well. They've gotten their global series ranking points, and they will get a sweet prize at the end. We also have the formations and the players picked. Tuga's going with a 4-4-2, backline of Cancelo, Ramos, Varane, and Marcelo. As we have Tekkz going into final third here, Mbappe to Neymar, Hullet. He is using all the players associated with the meta, and it's intercepted well by Tuga. Has been known to be a defensive master of a player who likes to play a bit more on the counter.
And Tekkz is in the 4-2-3-1, same formation we've seen him in throughout the tournament. Nothing really jumps out at you. You're going to see Rio Ferdinand as a center back of choice. He's got Ramos as the right back. We've been seeing that fullback option all day, or all weekend, I should really say. But in terms of the attack, the midfield, Hullet, Vieira, Mbappe, Ronaldo, Neymar, a lot of the usual suspects.
And here is Tekkz out wide through Mbappe, just keeping things simple for now, slowly getting everyone up the pitch. One back by Tuga, and he will start defensively as he often does, looking to switch flanks. Here is João Cancelo, one of the players that hasn't been used too much in this tournament. We've normally seen Ramos play as that makeshift right back. Again, down to more central position is Tekkz. Neymar with the roulette, but it's read well by Vieira, who didn't anticipate until the final second with that standing challenge. CR7 now to Neymar. Edge of the box, heel to heel, trying to create space. Here it is to Ronaldo. He's found space, and it's a stunning save from De Gea. The first warning shot fired by Tekkz. Corner at the near post over the crossbar.
You've gotten a couple warning shots, Tuga. This is your home console, my guy.
Well, that woke him up, Tuga, if he wasn't already. Has his family in attendance. Both these players do. They traveled overseas. Tuga from Portugal, Tekkz from England. 20th minute now. This is the first time Tuga has ventured forward into the final third, and he's easily read by Marcelo, who dispossesses Mbappe. Now looking to go the other way. The through ball over the top to try to find Mbappe, who has a step on Varane. Looking to play the ball in. Instead he goes a short to Neymar. Hullet to Vieira, the preferred choice at holding midfield for Tekkz. Won by Hullet, only temporarily. Hullet now in the blue for Tekkz. CR7 just trying to spin away from Vieira. Now Neymar. Few step overs and back to Vieira again. Simple, quick possession. Here is CR7, a fellow compatriot of Tuga, Diego Pombo.
If you're just tuning into the stream, Tuga has been a lockdown defender all tournament long, and F2tekkz will look to have outlet passes and counterattacks via the wings, and then he tries to cut back inside, or you might see some crosses whipped in via skill moves and some of the more creative aspects that he has in his arsenal of gameplay offensive weapons.
Talk to us about the mentality of Tuga. Twice he's gotten forward and he's been dispossessed quite easily. Give and go first, though, from Neymar and Mbappe, the PSG pair.
For Tuga, he's looking for key passes. You're not going to see nearly as many skill moves or creativity or even that dynamic feel that Tekkz has when he goes forward. But with his defensive tactics and how well he's able to shut down his oppositions, it makes it where he's going to be able to compete in any game.
A few players here at the tournament talking about Tuga, saying how good he's been defensively. Knows how to close up shop, and Tekkz knows how to break down a defense.
Tuga is also a possession player. He's using the 4-4-2, and he's trying to utilize both of those outlets as wings in order to have that classic, slow, structured build-up play, unless there is an early counter in case his opponent may be overcommitted and trying to break down his defense.
Here's the Air Force Academy man from Portugal, Tuga, on the front foot. Neymar to Vieira. Now Ronaldo. Now he's got something brewing, but Ramos in a perfect position for Tekkz to win it out. You can see that it is a more cagey affair. Do you play a lot more conservatively when you've gotten to this point and when there's so much at stake? Surely that's in the back of your mind.
I know that Tekkz wants to win this game, but if he were to get a draw, it wouldn't be the worst scenario going to his home console.
Neymar very patient on the ball. He's not forcing anything. This is the confidence of Tekkz. He's been to this stage. Tuga has it. That's brilliant from Neymar! And Tekkz with a stunner in the 38th minute. 1-0 for the Xbox #1. How about that? It's a flurry of skill moves. And we've seen this time and time again from Tekkz.
4 Elasticos in succession. And it's not just for show. It's 0-0. He needs that goal, and he has the go ahead. Oh, my goodness.
Tuga now needs a response. He's shown that he can dance with the best. He beat off Nicholas, the #1 player from PS4. Now he has to face Tekkz, who is considered to be the best overall player at this tournament by a lot of the pros, representing England and, of course, playing on Xbox. This is the PS4 game, and that is massive, because Tuga says he hasn't played on Xbox, and this is his preferred control console, and Tekkz is beating him early on as we head into the half. Good sliding challenge there from Varane, but Tekkz maintains possession.
Resets.
Can Tuga bounce back from this? It's Tekkz again. There it's one back by Hullet. Vieira out wide to Marcelo. Has Neymar streaking forward if he wants him. There is Neymar. Back to Vieira. Last possession's got to get it forward before the half, and trying to play that low pass across the pitch, but it's read too easily. Bit more of a clumsy display from Tuga when he gets forward than what we've seen from him being brilliant at this tournament. So Tekkz with the slender lead. Remember, it's a two-legged affair. Tuga won the coin flip, and he decided to play on his PS4, where he should theoretically have the advantage. How many games do you think Tekkz has played on the PS4?
Tekkz said in his interview he's only played 2. I don't think that's true. I think he's played more than that. I think he's more comfortable with the PlayStation controller in comparison to Tuga going to the Xbox. We're gonna find out, but that's what my vibe says. That's what I think. And at halftime, we're not gonna see changes here. Pretty cagey affair. A lot of the game's been in the midfield. Tekkz definitely made a couple chances where we didn't really see any breakthrough from Tuga.
He can fly Portuguese fighter pilots, but can he get a goal against Tekkz? That is the question. And Tekkz has a flight to catch tonight, going back to England to try to play for Liverpool just tomorrow. Very busy man, and will he go to England with $50,000? Imagine that at 17. He says he just wants to take his mom on vacation. Well said from Tekkz. And here is Tuga, and the kit of the Portuguese national team. His country's very proud of him. A heel-to-heel from João Cancelo, and that's the first shot from Tuga. And it's a great save from De Gea. Nerves from Tekkz. Tuga trying to get something, another chance from Mbappe, and it's deflected, and you can see how frustrated Tuga is that these first 2 shots didn't go his way. Now Marcelo, and it's right to Ronaldo. A bit of a blind pass. Think he'd go back to his defense. Ball over the top. Is the goalkeeper coming out? Yes, he is. De Gea with the header safely to the halfway mark.
And Tuga's looking a little more progressive in the second half. Internally, he has to be thinking, I've got to get something on the board. I cannot afford a clean sheet going to Tekkz home console, where he's been so dominant. We just watched him take out MS Desari.
So Tekkz maybe with the harder road to get here overall, but you can't take away anything from Tuga, who had to knock out Nicolas in the PS4 final, the #1 ranked player on PS4. And that's why Tuga is here as a surprise player facing TekkZ. Still very much within his reach. And he's getting a little bit more comfortable now, it seems, in possession. Here's Mbappe. Vieira wanting to run forward from Marcelo. He likes to play with attacking fullbacks to play in a lot of crosses out wide. That's why he has Cancelo, fellow Portuguese player from the national team, and Marcelo on the other side. Hold it now. Mbappe able to hold off Hullet. There is Cancelo. Here's Vieira outside the box, thinking about the shot. A touch of Ronaldo! And it's just wide of the mark.
Fantastic goalkeeper movement there from TekkZ. He pushed the goalkeeper back and scooted left and right to see if he could get a read on where Tuga was going to try to place that shot. And Tuga overthought it, drags it wide.
Vieira now. Marcelo, Ronaldo, Tuga growing into this game on his preferred console.
You got to think about it, too. Tuga had some time off. He had to wait and watch TekkZ play. So he wasn't on the PlayStation for maybe a good hour there. And maybe that played a part with a slow start in the first half of the initial leg here.
We'll find out pretty soon if it did play a part. Here he has an opening. It's R9. He takes it first time. Should he have taken a touch to his right?
Hindsight is 20/20.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. What I want the hindsight from you, Mike LaBelle. He has a corner played short to Marcelo. Back to Ramos. Mbappe, clever turn, heel to heel. He's got room to cross it in, but Ferdinand in the right position. Brilliant defending from TekkZ. Marcelo. Ramos getting into the attacking players. Mbappe muscled off the ball. That's brilliant from the icon, Ferdinand. Fellow compatriot of TekkZ. Former England national team man of Manchester United when he was in his playing days. Vieira now as Tuga growing into the game. Desperately needs something on his favorite PS4 before he switches to the Xbox, which he says he's never played on. Only plays 2.5 days a week. Tuga. 74th minute, 2 legs. First one on PS4, second one on TekkZ's favorite Xbox.
Mbappe's looking for support. Finds it.
Got it here in R9, heel to heel, and a few step overs. That's a combination of skill moves that has become so iconic when watching TekkZ. And here are the first changes. What changes are you anticipating?
For TekkZ, I'm not thinking he's going to change anything. Maybe he could bring on a sub or two, but I think he's comfortable with the 4-2-3-1. Outside of some of the opportunities he's given up in this half, for the most part, in terms of possession, he's controlled it. The flow of the game, the rhythm, just dictating that pace, where I want to stress how important that is.
77th minute, the header off the crossbar. Another close chance, and TekkZ could have doubled his lead. Now Tuga looking to break on the counter. Modric gets it wide to Messi. Now there's a bit of space for Pelé. Pelé's getting closed down by Hullet. He crosses it far post off the crossbar. The header's wide, and Tuga cannot believe his lack of fortune.
To be fair, TekkZ just hit the crossbar as well. But I'm surprised this is a 1-0 game at the moment.
3 chances now from Tuga. TekkZ has absorbed the pressure as best as he can. But Tuga growing into the game. He's getting better and better, but he only has 10 minutes to get a goal back on his PS4.
And that should act as a reminder for TekkZ, as you're seeing here. A bit of a longer build-up, a little more possession play. Let's just get into the second leg. Let's get back to the Xbox. If I can carry this 1-0 lead into that Xbox, it puts more pressure on Tuga, and TekkZ has to feel confident going to his home console. Uh-oh.
Messi to Pelé. Hullet. Tuga needs something desperately to take with him into the second leg. He's advancing to the final third. Hullet dispossessing Messi, though. Here is TekkZ, the through ball to Neymar. Quick, decisive movements again, just to try to create space against his marker. It is a staple of TekkZ. Very proudly representing F2 and England. Mbappe, again, moving away from danger, but he gives it away. Only for a second, though. Now switching flanks to Sergio Ramos, the makeshift center back. Vieira, Hullet, and back to the defense.
He's recycling here in hopes of getting the last attack. coming into the 90th minute, a couple minutes of added time. Wants to make sure that he's not going to be countered here.
And also, Tekkz must be so pleased coming away from Tuga's console with a 1-goal lead. We have no idea how Tuga's going to perform on the Xbox. Neymar. And João Cancelo reads it, and that's the last touch as Tekkz wins 1-0 on Tuga's PS4. The crowd here in Atlanta, Georgia, with a